In one of my previous videos, we learned how to create this beautiful team slide in PowerPoint. Well, today we're going to learn how to animate each of these elements and make them appear one by one as shown in the video. So here's the slide that we created when we worked on the tutorial. As you can see, there are no animations present on this slide. And this is the slide which has animations. As you can see over here, this mark denotes that there are some animation present on this slide. So let me just put it in the full screen and review the animations. So as we click once, as you can see, the elements from four corners appear first, and then after every single click, each of the team members appears one by one. So looks pretty straightforward to create. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do over here is make sure that each of these elements, wherever there are more than one elements present on the slide, I'm going to group them together. So for instance, this is a single text box over here. Here as well, there is a single shape over here. This is just a singular shape. But over here, we see a logo and there is an element that we created. So I'm just going to select this logo and this element. So here we see that it's already grouped together. And let's just check it over here as well. So we have that element over here and the page number over here. So these are not grouped together. So I'm just going to select them together. I'm just going to hold the shift key and click on each of the two objects. So let me do that once again. I'm going to select this one first and then press the shift key and select this one as well. And once we have both of them selected, I'm going to right click on them and select the group option. You can also choose the shortcut Command Option G if you're using Mac or Control Option G if you're using Windows. If you don't know how we created these elements and the slide design, I'll leave a link in the description below for the previous tutorial. Make sure that you go check it out once you've watched this video. All right, so once we have grouped all the four elements from the corners, let's also make sure that all of these elements are grouped together. This one is grouped because we can see that each of these elements are grouped. And this one is grouped as well. Yep, so all of the three team members seem to have all the information which is grouped together. So we're good to go. We can proceed with the animation. All right, so as we saw in the animation slide, we saw that all the four elements appear from four corners. So let's just select all the four elements over here and let's apply an animation. So I'm going to select the fly in animation because that's basically what is happening over here. And if you notice, currently all the elements are flying in from one direction and we're going to change that. So what I'm going to do is first let's just open the animation pane so that we can easily manage all the animations. Let me just adjust the slide over here a little bit so that we can see all the elements in the slide. All right, so let's first select this element over here. Once we select this text over here, the headline of the slide, you can see that this gets selected. You can even select it from here. So once we have this selected, we can see that there's a fly in animation applied, and here we're going to go to the effects option and I'm going to make it fly from top left because I want that to come from here. So I'm going to do that for the rest of these four elements as well. So I'm going to select this second one over here, make sure that we have selected the right element, and here I'm going to select fly from top right. So let's apply the correct effect options for the other two elements as well. This one is going to be from bottom right, and then the fourth element over here is going to be from bottom left. All right, so we've applied the animations to all the four elements over here. Next, we're going to select each of the team members and then we're going to apply the animation. So once you've selected, I'm going to choose the fade animation. You can go with wipe animation as well. There are multiple options. There's no fixed rule over here, but I would like to go with the fade animation. So I'm just going to select that one. And as you can see, currently they are appearing at the same time. So what I'm going to do is select each of the three options and make sure that they start with on click. So what that's going to do is the animation is only going to appear when you click the next button, and that's when then each of the team members will appear. So let's just review the slide very quickly. All right, so I press the next button and we see all the four elements appear on the slide. And then we once click the next button once, we have the first team member that appears, and then the second and the third team member appear on the next button.